Hi, in this video we'll be looking for subtotals, how we get subtotals for different areas. Let's see those one by one. In this data, if you see on the screen, I have date, region, I have sales rep and sales. Now I can get a subtotal based on region, a subtotal based on sales rep. Let's go with the first one, that is region. If you want a subtotal based on region, the very first thing criteria is your sales, that is your region should be sorted, maybe in ascending or descending order. Then we can go for the subtotal. So I'll just keep my cursor and I'll sort it. So I'll go in the home tab, sort and filter, and I can select this sort Z to A. So if you see, this column is now sorted, that is the region column. Now the second step is, in the data tab I have to use subtotal. I'll go to data tab and you can see here subtotal. So I'll get this dialog box. Whichever column you have sorted, I have sorted this region column. So that column needs to be selected from this place. So that is at each change in that option, that is the region. What is each change in? That means these are the data which is changing. So after that change, I want a subtotal. After southeast, I want a subtotal. After northeast, I want a subtotal. Next is, which function do you want? Do you want sum, count, average, maximum? What do you want? So from here, by default, sum is selected. So I'll keep it as it is. Next is, I can only take a subtotal of this column because these are numbers. If I want count, I can take for others, but only sum I can take of this region, that is sales. So I'll say as add subtotal to sales and I'll click on OK. So once I click on OK, you see I got a subtotal, that is west total, I have southeast total, northeast and north. So this way I can get a subtotal of all the options. But now if you are not interested, if you are managing the company, you don't want to go in the details, what you can do is you can hide the details and only get a subtotal. How do you do that? That's an easy trick method. On the left hand side, if you see, if there's numbers as 1, 2, 3, these are nothing but grouping done based on the subtotals. So if I click on 3, nothing happens. If I click on 2, you can see there are some changes done. So I'll click on this 2 button. I'll click on this 2. Yeah. So you see all the details are hidden and I'm getting subtotal based on the region. Again, if I click on this number 1, what will happen is I'll not get the subtotal, I'll get the grand total. Again, if you want, you can just click on this 2 button and you see you'll get subtotal according to region. Next is, again, if you click on this 3, you'll get based on all the detail itself. So based on the numbers and the region, you'll get a subtotal. Next is, if you want to remove a subtotal, how do you do that? Again, I'll go back to the data tab and I'll click on this subtotal. In this subtotal, you have a button at the bottom known as remove all. So once you click on remove all, the subtotal goes away, your data comes back to the place, right? Let's see one more example. If I want a sales rep subtotal, how do I do that? Same process. Keep your cursor in that column and sort that. How do you sort it? In the data tab, you can see as ascending to descending or descending to ascending. So now at each change of the data, let's say John, and I have Mary, I have Nike. So based on each total, each change, I'll get a subtotal. Same way, I'll go to data tab and click on subtotal. In this subtotal, I'll select this at each change in sales rep, at each change in sales rep, and I'll select this sum I want for sales. That's it. So once I click on OK, based on the sales rep, I'm getting a subtotal based on sales rep. Again, if you click on this number 2, you see all the details will be hidden and you'll get only subtotal of all the sales rep. Similarly, if I click on this one, I'll get a grand total. And now the last one, if I want to remove the subtotal, I'll go to the data tab, click on subtotal and click on remove all. So I'll get back it. So in this video, we have seen how to get a subtotal for the region column and for the sales rep column. That's all for this video.